And as you're starting to breathe, just imagine the air that's passing through the body is kind of helping to cleanse and reset the whole body. So no matter how this week is going for you, it's like this is a chance to be fresh and new right here. Let a couple of those really good breaths start to flow. So as this breath is continuing to flow for us, we take a moment to connect with the word that we're working on today, which is joy. So as we've passed through this last year and more, it's almost like being on a roller coaster ride emotionally. It's like some weeks there's huge steps that seem like, from our vantage point, it seems like there's steps forward. Sometimes it's like there's steps back, and we all have different viewpoints going on and all sorts of craziness going on. And sometimes when the steps seem like they're backwards, it can really weigh you down, especially with all the rest of the stress going on right now. And so for me personally, there was at least two things this week that happened that really felt like steps back, and it kind of kept me up at night. And, you know, just that energy of it was really dense, really intense. And so the idea for the class today is no matter what's going on, because I'm sure any week of this past year, we could name two things that feel like step backs. But no matter what's going on, we're going to try to allow ourselves to clear some of the dense energy and cultivate some joy. So the big ways that we'll be moving to try to help that intention out is by especially letting there be movement through the joints and length through the muscles. And so with that all ready to start kicking us off into our practice today, let's begin to take the knees into the chest. And already let there start to be some movement, some rocking of the hips left and right. And imagine as we're taking these little movements for this first little section right here, it's like we're trying to free out some of the stuck, dense energy from this part of the body. The hips, the low back, the belly. Maybe another time or two, just this easy rocking right here. Good, and then we'll start to shift it just a little bit. The arms open to left and right. The knees are at a nice 90-degree angle, and we'll start to tilt the knees in that similar way. So inhale, the knees tilt partway to one side. Exhale, bring us back up. Inhale, second side. Exhale, up. It's okay if you're going faster or slower, but just move with your breath. Start to feel the obliques coming a little bit more alive. And engaging those obliques, like we're giving ourselves permission to move through a new area. Good. So new energy shifting around. Take it maybe twice more to each side if it's still feeling good. When you finish that second full cycle, we'll end up in a twist, the knees falling over to the left. So arms are spread open. From that twisted position, start to let the neck have some freedom. So the chin twists all the way as far as it can to the left. Feel that gentle neck stretch. And then the chin lifts up, twist all the way over the neck to the right. Take it at least one or two more times to each side. Just kind of helping to free out some of that neck tension. Whenever you feel satisfied with that neck freedom, the mobility, let yourself gaze over right fingers, a couple of bonus breaths. And feel the flow starting to happen with the breath into the belly. Creating space with movement. Kind of clearing out the old, creating space for the joy which to fill with it. One more good inhale. Exhale. And before we switch sides, 5 times the top knee lifts up. And then almost like it's trying to squeeze through something thick like molasses, it slowly squeezes its way back down. So 4 more like that. Top knee lifts. And squeeze down. And 3. 2. 1. Good. Pick up the knees. Let them tilt all the way over and then twist to the right. Give the head another chance or 2, maybe 2, 3 rounds to gaze all the way over to the right. Feel the neck stretch. Gaze all the way to the left. Just a couple more times. You think through some of the neck tension that might be in that area. Eventually gaze over left fingers when you're ready to pause. That sensation of deep belly breath, at least one more full round. Allow top knee to lift and squeeze back down. Repeating that 4. 3. 2. 1. We'll put a bonus breath just in the twist. And knees start to come right back up over our bodies. From here, we'll do some bicycles. So you have 2 options with hands. Hands can either be on the floor or you can be grabbing one knee at a time. So it's really personal preference. But the bicycle goes like this. One leg straight up to sky. The straight leg lowers down. As it comes into the chest, second leg circles up and down. And you're welcome to go fast or slow. Just choose a pace that's working for your body right now. The breath flowing with you, supporting the muscular movement. No matter what pace we're going at, we'll do a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then right side crosses really tightly over left side. We try to grab each hand for each ankle. Make sure head is able to stay relaxed down. Good. So all the movement we've been doing, I imagine each one of those that we take is almost like us really helping to clear the joints in that area so that when joy starts to pass through, it flows through so much more easily. It doesn't, get stagnant or stuck. Deep stretches like this one, I imagine that almost like we're giving it a chance to cultivate joy. So this is almost like a harvest. You have to first plant a seed, you have to weed around it, you have to water it, and eventually you get to cultivate deeper and deeper levels of joy. Just enjoy more beautiful breaths right here. For that third breath, we're switching the legs entirely out, so left leg is crossed tightly on top, free grip to the ankles. Imagine the deepest spots where you feel the stretches. Like that's where we're planting the seed of joy. Take one more huge breath cycle, let it flow in, out. And then from here, as we start to release the right leg, this left leg that's crossed closer, we're gonna keep that leg swiveled in like it is. Right hand grabs the foot, or if you can slip it up to right elbow, that's that perfect spot. This right leg will straighten out but hover above the ground. So we're set up almost like a more active version of a pigeon pose. So now left hand goes behind the back of the head. And what we're gonna do is allow that hand to support the neck as we take some crunches. So crunch the head up, the bottom leg can float a little, and lower back down. Again, you're welcome to go fast or slow. We have a version of pigeon pose that's called sleeping pigeon. This is like we flipped it around and are doing the exact opposite. This is like the waking up pigeon. Lots of energy flowing. So let's take maybe another 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Rest the head. We'll start to switch it out. Right leg swivels in, the left hand or the left elbow supports the foot. Right hand behind the head, left leg hovering above ground. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start your crunches here. Crunch the head in, lift that hovering leg up a little. Good. If you're doing okay, take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Release. What we'll do here to help start moving some more motion up and down the spine is try out some rolling like a ball motions. As long as that feels good for your spine, rock all the way up and then roll all the way back. Just take it 2 or 3 times, whatever your body likes. And eventually come up and allow legs to open up into cobbler's pose. Those bottoms of feet are together, allow spine to continue to relax up and over, just easing deeper and deeper. sometimes stillness right in the center is the best option. If there's some kind of neck tension that's preventing joy from flowing to that area, you'll start to pass the head over to the right shoulder and even let the shoulders tilt a little bit. It's like we're a jack in the box, the whole body kind of moving to that side. And then tilt forward through the center. Continue to rock all the way to left. And just continuing to ease some of the tension out of neck and upper back, spine. Maybe after the next one, returning back for a breath or two of stillness right in the center. We roll the spine back up. We pick up the knees, plant the feet in front of us, and hands plant behind us. We're gonna lift up to reverse tabletop, hips trying to go high. Chin could stay tucked in or head rocked back if that's comfortable. We'll say another count of 3, 2, 1. Hips drop back down. The hands can stay behind us. Right leg straightens out in front of us. 5 times that right leg lifts. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2. This last one, lift and catch it in your hands. Continue to try to lift the leg higher, pulling it deeper and deeper into a stretch. Good. Right ankle to left thigh. Hands plant behind us. We're going to try to lift the hips up and down 3 times from this arrangement. So 3 and 2, 1. When we're back down, we either push into the right knee, helping the hip open, or perhaps hug around both legs. If the hug is possible, maybe even lean forward, perhaps chin or forehead on the shin, trying to help us curl in even tighter. Or deep breaths to flow in, out. Good. As we release, right foot goes to floor. Left leg lifts 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, stay and stretch. Help it continue to stretch up high. Inhale, exhale, left ankle to right thigh, hands plant behind, lift the hips 3 times. There's 3, 2, 1, and push that knee open or hug around it for the hip open. Another good breath cycle. Let it flow in, out, release. And from here, 3 or maybe 4 times, we're gonna try to rock back to gather some momentum. We'll plant the feet, send the momentum forward and through to try to stand all the way up. You make it up, great. If not, that's okay. Just try to send that momentum through and then reverse it softly, going back down, coming up again. Good. If it helps, I kind of turn my toes out so I can kind of have some space like a frog. Good. Let's try one more time. And those that are doing okay, and no matter how you're doing, let's come up to squat. Good work. So we're here. Let's bring feet either parallel position, hip width, or closer together. And then we'll start to send the hips back. Bring the belly close down to the thighs. And then open the arms out left and right. Rather than rounding the spine, try to find a little bit more length forward. Good. Pull the hips, back muscles warming up. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the thighs. Press the torso up just a little bit. And take a few cat-cows. So curl the spine and the hips all the way in. And then arch them through, especially let the tailbone arch back. Good. A few rounds like that. Follow the breath. Let's take one more round. When you finish, straighten the legs. Let's find our right hand on our right thigh. Left hand traveling up and over. And pause for a breath. Rising up. Switch sides. Pause for a breath. Good. Rising up. So let's inhale, circle our arms back to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, fingers close to the ground. Inhale, half lift, long straight spine. Exhale as fingers drop back down. Right foot slides back. Toes are on the ground, but right heel is lifted. So from here, sweep the arms forward and up, a balancing lunge. Good, keep the hips sinking low. Take another good inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And then as we drop the hands down, slide that right foot forward fold it top of mat. Inhale to rise up to stand. Exhale, diving right back down. I'll half lift. Exhale, slide down, left foot back. Lunge as we rise arms up. Another inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Forward fold. Onto the right. Feeling that forward fold get deeper each time. Take another to each side. So dive down. Inhale, half lift. Slide fingers down, right foot back. Circle up. More inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Right. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Fingers down, left foot back. Circle arms up. Or inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Let's get longer. Bonus breath, in, out. Inhale, half lift from here. Exhale, slide the hands down to flat. Travel back to plank. Child pose, down dog, or a flow of your choice. Take another breath or two right here. Start to fold the right leg up to sky. Step the right foot to outside of right hand. This is lizard pose, so you choose the variation. You can have that knee lifted or lowered. You could have elbows lifted or lowered. So this facing forward arrangement, you choose what's going to work best for right with this. So from here, you can stay on left elbow or back up to left hand. That's your choice. The right toes will turn out to the right a little bit. The right hand will either push into that right knee, helping it open more, or right hand to the back foot, pulling that one in. Your choice. Good. So as we release, we come up to hand if we're lower. The right toes turn back forward. Lift up the left knee. Drop the left heel to floor. Then continue to walk hands toward this left long edge of the mat. Maybe it's a higher squat or side lunge. Maybe it's a lower side lunge. So your choice for this first one. We're going to allow ourselves to go as low as possible. So that might mean that the elbows bend to try to get us a little bit lower. That might mean that some of us can get one elbow down or two elbows. It's just going as low as our body can at this point. One more breath, deep into the belly, flow in. Out. Start to walk ourselves to face back to top of mat. Step this front foot back. Your choice, child pose, down dog, or a flow. Another inhale. Exhale. Left leg starts to float. Left foot steps to outside of left hand. First option with lizard. So whatever variation we did on the other side, that would be lifted or lowered. Elbows lifted or lowered. The one that's facing forward. Coming up to hands if we went lower. Left toes turn to the left. I guess you could still be on elbow if you wish. But left hand pushes that left knee open, or maybe grabs to back toes. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up to hands. Those left toes turn forward. The right knee lifts up. Right heel drops down. Pivot open to the long edge. Low side lunge. Again, try to go as low as possible. Maybe the elbows bend a little bit, or maybe an elbow can drop down, or both. Imagine planting seeds of joy, or maybe even harvesting them already in this area. One more deep belly breath in. Out. Coming up. Start to face forward. Stepping back. Your choice again. Child pose, down dog, or a frog. Our full breath cycle, floating in. Out. Between hands, knees are softly bent like a spring. Step walk or hop up to top. Another good inhale. Exhale. All right. Hands to heart. Beautiful. So inhale, fold those shoulders, circle back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Now half lift. Exhale, these fingers go down, just right foot slides back. Heel is lifted. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Nice inhale. Exhale, hands drop down, lower the right knee to the floor. Once you're there, hands either walk up to thigh or circle back up to sky. Foot starts to replant. Tuck the back toes, lift up that knee, back into the lunge shapes, arms straight up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, dive down, standing split. Right leg trying to float. Good. Drop the foot down, forward fold. I'll circle up to sky. Exhale, dive back down. I'll have lift. Exhale, fingers down. Left toes slide back. Circle arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fingers down, back knee down, hips think forward. Hands up to thigh or circle up to thigh. Good. Inhale. Exhale, half split. Front leg straightens, lean forward. Go ahead and head back to the lunge shape. Circle up to sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Standing split. Good. Forward fold. Exhale to rise. Exhale to heart. Moment with tree pose. Shift weight to left foot. Right rotates open. Maybe it rises higher. If anybody wants to grow branches of the tree, that's fine. More breath flowing in. Out. Switch it out. Find the stability, find the balance. Keeping hips in the same spot, see if the thigh can rotate open a bit more. More inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Okay, so inhale, circle up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Exhale, half lift. Exhale, fingers down, right foot back. Circle arms up. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. This time, as we drop the hands down, slide the back foot in so the heel is all the way flat. Two straight legs, pyramid pose. So if the front leg is not straightening, walk hands up that shin, that'll help you out. If you're easily able to touch fingers to the floor, try to walk the fingers backwards like a kickstand. This will help you get chest a little closer to the leg. From here, slide hands forward, float the back leg, standing split. This right here will be the peak of the class. We're only going to get 3 times each side. So what we're doing, bend both knees. We're setting the right toes down and then the right knee down. We're sitting on that right leg, like we're just kind of easy kneel. Then the hands walk backwards and then lift the hips up. Like that reverse tabletop. Good. Bump back forward, standing split. Okay, so 2 more. Lower down to kneel right. Slide hands back, lift the hips. Good. 1 more. Standing split. And reverse tabletop. Good. Good work. You can feel the glutes on fire. So one more time, flip the right leg. That's where I feel it. Okay, go ahead and drop down forward. Good work. So we got one more side. We'll just start from here. Inhale, half split. Exhale, hands slide down. Left toe slide back. Movement with the lunge. Circle arms up. More inhale. Exhale as hands dive down. Slide the back foot in. 2 straight legs. Maybe walk the fingertips backward. Tripod. Maybe walk up the shins a little bit or squats. Enjoy this spot. 2 more breaths. Hands bump forward. You can do it. This is like our peak. Imagine we're like helping flush any last blocks to joy out. So standing split. And left knee down. 3. Back to standing split. Traveling to 2. Split. Last one. Everything else will be nice and easy. Good. And standing split. To forward fold. Good work. We'll start to heel toe the toes out, preparing for Malasana pose. I like to go as wide as that and then turn my toes out, squatting down. You can always sit on block if you need the help. Nothing wrong with that. So your heart rate's starting to cool. And that residual pumping of the heart. Imagine body totally clear and have joy. So from here, lower the fingers down. Shift your weight onto your right leg so that your left leg can slide long out to the side. From here, this time, if possible, try to balance. So maybe one hand up to heart, maybe both hands up to heart. One more inhale. Exhale, fingers down. Slide left foot back in. Shift onto it. Right leg out. Maybe fingers down. Maybe one hand to heart. Maybe both. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Malasana, another breath or 2. Hands drop down from this wider position. Straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Start to walk the hands over toward the right. Or toward the left. Through the center, maybe fingers walking backwards like that tripod. And hands right up your shoulders. Heel heel toe the feet together. So big toes close, heels separated. And we're going into toe squat. So lower the heels down to glutes. Maybe hands to heart. Keep the inner thighs squeezing together. For village, try to plant our hands to the left side. It can be fingers, it can be whole palms. You're welcome to either stay just enjoying the spinal twist, or if anybody wants to try side curl for a moment, you're welcome to play with it. Up to you. Good. Let's start to switch the twist over, hands planting to right. Either enjoy that little spinal twist or maybe side curl. Good work. Good. That's good. Go ahead and work forward. Place one hand in front, one hand behind. Softly lower hips down. Good. Open the legs out nice and wide. Let's plant the right hand on the inside of the right leg. Left hand circles up and over. And easy up to switch. Left hand down. Right hand up and over. Up. Slide the left leg in front of us. Cradle out the right leg. Give it a couple of good rocks. That feels good. Drop it down, shin stack or maybe cross leg. Slide the hands forward and through. Hands in, take a moment to swing right leg all the way behind. Picking the hips up into pigeon. Just make sure you're not keeping your weight completely onto that left side. Take your back to level. Good. Just a couple of breaths. So second side, rock your weight to left hip. When right leg swings forward, we're just dropping it to floor. Okay, to left for a couple of rocks. Shin stack, slide forward and through. Last side pigeon pose, leave the right leg, left hand sweep to the back. Make sure sacrum's lifted to be level. as we start to return that leg forward. We're at this point where we're ready to head toward Shavasana. If your body's just ready to drop down, go ahead and take it. If there's any last stretches you want, maybe seated stretches, laying stretches, shoulder stand, anything like that that might feel nice, go ahead and take any of those last things as long as it still feels helpful and good. At some point, maybe in a minute or so, we'll eventually take it to Shavasana, but no rush. We've still got things that will help you to cultivate joy for your system today. No rush, there's still some of us moving, that's okay. When you feel ready for Shavasana, imagine that you're creating a new yogic breath called the breath of joy. Imagine what would that breath be for you today. Maybe it's envisioning kind of smelling the best smelling food in the world before you take that first bite. Or maybe it's like sipping on a warm beverage. Maybe it's like every breath you take fills the body with tingles from the inside out, or warmth. Whatever breath helps you to kind of start to invite this aspect, this emotion of joy in. Let your Shavasana be a joyful Shavasana today. here, let's begin to deepen our inhales. Our exhales. Introducing little movements back to fingers and toes. Pleasant wrists. Stretching out like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Perhaps eventually taking a nice fetal position off to one side. Doing a few bonus breaths. Rising up to a comfortable seated place when you're ready. His hands gathered together in front of the heart. We allow ourselves to feel the sensation of joy pumping through our heart, flowing through our veins. We recall that quantum physics teaches us that our internal thoughts do affect the external world that we see around us. We remember that if we were to choose more joy, perhaps we'd see more joy outside of us. We have a little bit more responsibility to help control our thoughts. So with this idea of cultivating a little bit more joy in our lives, with this idea to help lead us on, let's wrap up the time that we got to share together today with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.